Deep within the Frostvale woods, where the pines stand as silent sentinels and the morning mist clings to the moss, a secret lesson was about to unfold. Here, far from the prying eyes of the village, the ancient mage Aldren had brought his new apprentice, the young and eager Leo. The air itself seemed to hum with anticipation, waiting for magic to be born. Aldren, his long grey hair blending with the fog, stood with the quiet patience of a mountain. His deep blue robes, embroidered with faint glowing runes, shifted as he raised his weathered wooden staff. Its tip pulsed with a soft, steady light, a beacon in the twilight of the forest. "Magic, Leo," he began, his voice a low rumble like distant thunder, "is not a tool to be wielded. It is a river, and you are its guide. It flows from your heart, so guard your heart well." Leo, barely 15, listened with wide, curious green eyes. He was just a village boy in a simple tunic and worn boots, but a spark of something ancient and powerful resided within him. He nodded, his short brown hair falling over his forehead, his heart thumping with a mix of excitement and fear. He was ready, or so he thought. "Let's start with something simple," Aldren suggested. "Feel the life in the earth beneath your feet. Encourage a sapling to grow, just a little." He drew a glowing rune in the air, a symbol of life, and it hovered before Leo, shimmering like a trapped star. Leo closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and focused. He reached out with his mind, trying to feel the pulse of the earth, as Aldren had described. He pictured a tiny seed, nestled in the dark soil. He thought of warmth, of sunlight, of life bursting forth. He felt a surge of pure joy at the thought, a wave of unrestrained happiness. And that's when things went awry. The ground before him didn't just sprout a sapling. A young tree shot upwards with startling speed, its branches unfurling in seconds. It didn't stop. It grew and grew, its trunk thickening, its leaves spreading until it towered over them. A full-grown oak that hadn't been there a moment before. Birds, startled from their nests in other trees, chirped in confusion. A family of deer, grazing nearby, lifted their heads, they large, dark eyes watching the spectacle with unnerving curiosity. Leo stumbled back, his eyes wide with shock. I didn't mean to do that." Aldren simply stroked his long beard, a faint smile playing on his lips. "Your heart is full of life, Leo." The magic felt it. Control is what we must learn. Next, Aldren taught him a simple calling, a whisper on the wind meant to beckon a single songbird. "Just a gentle nudge," the old mage advised. "A friendly invitation." Leo focused again, this time thinking of friendship and the desire for a companion. He felt a pang of loneliness from his quiet life in the village, a deep yearning to connect. He sent that feeling out into the forest. The result was immediate and overwhelming. It wasn't one songbird that answered. From the trees, the bushes, and the sky, creatures came. Squirrels chattered as they scurried down trunks. Rabbits hopped out from under ferns. A grumpy badger peeked out of its burrow, and a flock of birds descended, circling their heads in a dizzying whirlwind of feathers and song. Leo threw his arms over his head, laughing in disbelief. "Well," Aldren chuckled, waving his staff to gently disperse the curious menagerie. "It seems you are quite popular. Your desire for companionship was a shout, not a whisper." Their final lesson of the day took place by the quiet river that wound its way past Frostvale. The water flowed peacefully, reflecting the grey sky. "Now," Aldren said, "a chill Jess, enough to create a thin layer of frost on a single stone." Leo took a deep breath, trying to calm his racing heart. He thought of the cold, of the crisp winter mornings in the village. But as he focused, a sudden memory surfaced a time he had felt lost and scared in a snowstorm. The biting wind stealing his breath, the icy fear gripping his heart. That raw, chilling fear poured from him straight into the river. The water didn't just frost over. A wave of intense cold blasted from Leo's hands. The flowing river instantly began to slow, its surface hardening into a sheet of thick, opaque ice. Crunching sounds echoed through the forest as the ice spread rapidly from the bank, threatening to freeze the entire river solid. The air grew frigid, and their breath plumed in white clouds. "Enough, Leo!" Aldren's voice cut through the cold. He slammed the butt of his staff on the ground. A wave of warmth radiated outwards, meeting the encroaching ice and stopping its advance. The river remained half-frozen, a testament to Leo's uncontrolled power. Leo looked at his hands, horrified. He had almost frozen the lifeblood of his village. "I'm sorry," he whispered, his voice trembling. "I'm a monster." Aldren placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "No, my boy. You are not a monster. You are a heart learning to speak a new language. Your magic is tied to your emotions. Your loneliness calls forests. Your loneliness calls friends. And your fear freezes rivers. Your power is immense because your heart is pure and feels things so deeply. This is not a weakness, Leo. It is your greatest strength. We just need to teach you how to whisper before you learn to roar." As the sun began to set, casting long shadows through the magical forest, Leo looked at his master, a newfound determination shining in his eyes. The path ahead was difficult, but for the first time, he understood. His journey wasn't just about learning spells. It was about learning himself,